Hello, welcome back to Auto Pop Culture, and today we're talking about Taylor Swift. So, Taylor Swift have released two singles so far. I haven't had a chance to talk about Me, featuring Brendon Urie, but I kind of wanted to collect myself with everything that she's releasing and what she stands for. Because I know for sure being a pseudo Taylor Swift, semi Taylor Swift fan, we're on and off, but I understand that everything happens for a reason, and everything she loves to put secrets within secrets within secrets within secrets within an album. So I wanted to talk about the fact that. So I want to talk about the songs. I want to talk about the music videos, and I want to talk about my thoughts on what I think the album's gonna be like, or what's gonna be, or what's it going to sound, what I'm thinking, my perspective, what she's leading up to due to all the hints and everything that she's throwing out. And so like that. So let's get started. So first of all, we're going to talk about Me. So Me featuring Brendon Urie. That was a very surprising thing to come out with a music video first and then going to the, have the song come out afterwards. Now, I personally appreciate the poppiness of it. I appreciate the fact that she is not doing the snake thing anymore. She's now Butterflies, and she's doing more of an upbeat sound, and I think that's kind of cool. I think that's good. I think we finally are past the dark parts of Taylor Swift, and she's finally now looking to do more bright stuff like she did back in 1989. Back in the album 1989. So I want to say that maybe that's I appreciate that. I think that I love Brendon Urie. I like the music video. Physically, I like the look of it. It was very bright. My critique about it is that it reminded me too much of a Target commercial. I don't know why, but it's immediately when I saw the yellow suit that she was wearing, pantsuit that she was wearing, and the whole brightness, and there's a band happening, of marching men happening, and it just really reminded me so much of a Target commercial / a Disney song. I feel like this is I can hear this song being on Disney Channel, or Disney Channel, or Disney Radio, if that's still a thing. I can still see it. I can taste the music. Just sounds so kiddish. It's very childish in a way. But I love the fact that I'm giving her the credit that I love the fact that she's doing upbeat, or she's doing more, she's leaving away from the pettiness that she used to be. It seems like she's learned her lesson. With that, it still made me a little a little edgy. It goes okay, cool, that's cute. And then I'm not looking to compare, but I have to compare. Because I feel like this person really has always mastered the idea of what pop sounds like, and she's always hit exactly what it's supposed to sound like, is Katy Perry. And I know that they have some history and everything, but Katy Perry comes out with this song called Never Really Over, and it sounds like a full-rounded pop song. And so after that, and then and honestly, if Ariana Grande came out with another song, or somebody else came out with a song with a nice rounded pop song, I would have compared it to them, because that's literally the next song that came out was that one. But it's just I was okay, well, this is actual pop. And I feel like Taylor Swift is it just sounds very Disney and that Me. So then I was okay, I'm not really sold on everything, but let's give her the benefit of doubt. She's trying to show that she's different now, and she's back to her happy Taylor Swiftness. So, and then You Need to Come Out, pretty much. You Need to Calm Down comes out, and it is, I listened to it, it's very effective with the whole catchiness and the uh-oh part of thing. That's really, really fun. I love the harmonies and everything. I like the production of the song. The lyrics is kind of weak. It seems like it was written off of things it was very memey. It was written off of saying keywords that are known inside the internet world, so saying shade and saying you're taking shots like Patron, which I don't really like. I don't care for that lyric personal, like directly. I think it just sounds very. I think it just sounds. I think it sounds very amateur compared to her songs from before. I know she could write way better than this. I know she can write way better than that. So kind of just like hearing this and then kind of like celebrating, like, this is it, this is the song. And I was like, it's not, because you can write better than that. I know you can write better than that. And I feel like, and I also understand that the song was half about her, people coming for her, and also general, like, everybody, like the bullying that's going on the internet, which is, I do applaud for pointing that out. I like the lighthearted direction it was going with that, while pointing it out. And I appreciate the middle verse, or second verse, was talking about the LGBTQ plus community. And so I appreciate that. Thank you, Taylor. With that said, it comes down to the part that I was thinking, I was like, okay, cool. Like, this is cute. I don't really care for. I just going into it. It's just like it already gave me weird signs. It was just like something's not fitting right. So, and one thing I do want to climb up to the part is that during a time that when she started to sprout back out into the public, when she disappeared, she came back. And then all of a sudden she was just like super pro-gay, pro-queer and everything. And I was like, okay. And she sent a letter to her ascendant. She donated a shit ton of money to GLAAD. And I was like, that's great, you know? But it's just, so my issue about it is that she is now like cool with the gays, which is I don't think she was not cool with the gays before, but once Trump became into power, a lot of shit went downhill. A lot of shit happened. Women's rights was in question. POC rights were in question. Gay rights were in question. A lot of things were in question once that happened, and it was rightly so. So when that happened, everybody started taking action, and some people like Lady Gaga and Katy Perry, who were always taking action anyway, even amplified their action. So it was just, and they were saying like, this sucks, like, this is what we need to do to stand up. Taylor Swift, nothing. Only when it was convenient, when she says women's rights and we need to stand together as women, they're trying to put us against each other. And I was like, what else do you have to say about that? You're putting yourself on that platform of saying that you know what's going on in the world, but yet you're not saying anything. Now, and because to that response, there was like, one of her people was saying like, she has no obligation to say anything. What's her side of what she thinks of everything, it's completely her decision, and when she chooses to say it is up to her, blah blah blah. We shouldn't judge her off of that. Yes, I agree. And in that type of perspective, yes, she does not have, she's allowed to say whatever she wants, whenever she wants, and whenever she wants, and that's totally cool. But it would be different if she didn't say anything at all, compared to her coming in when people call her out and say like, well, this is happening, and then she's like, well, let's just try to stay together with us women. And I was like, you're sure that's what you're saying, but it's convenient for you. It's convenient for only her. It's talking about herself. She's not talking about everybody. She's not talking about like, we all need to stand together. I'm at these marches, you know, like, it didn't say anything about that. So it's just like, she was just quiet. I know that she came off of the Reputation, and she was just trying to, like, she was decided to kind of lay low, which was a great idea. But you can also lay low and stand up for rights, because those are two different things. She's laying low for her personal life, while the world is having a shit show. So it's just like, you could still lay low for your personal life by not mentioning your personal life, but also bringing in about global things. And now is the day that she decides to do all of that now. But before, it was like, oh, she has the right to not say anything. But now we're like praising her, and she's like the new icon, gay icon to do this. And I was like, she's not the new gay icon, because there's been tons of people including women that have been doing a lot of work in this background to help things build up, her rival Katy Perry has been doing it. She actually been doing it since day one. Lady Gaga's been doing it since day one. And it's just like, it's not about, she wasn't gonna lose anything by not saying anything, but she lost everything because she wasn't saying anything, And I think that kind of makes it go into question when she comes in with "You Need to Calm Down" to promote her album, but also the point, it's just convenient that it's coming out around this time during Gay Pride, and now that she wants to put herself into that middle of the discussion, which sucks, because in the whole scheme of things, she came into the conversation in the middle of Pride, and during Pride there's been a lot of things that happened. Orlando happened. We're now getting to learn about white gay men having white privilege, and actually understanding that just because you're gay doesn't cover you away from it. That understand that racism is a big thing in gay culture right now, and we're really fighting that right now. This is what the hot topic is racism and gay culture. Trans rights right now is being talked about, but that wasn't in any of the conversation that she talked about. It wasn't. It was just gays are being attacked by straight people, which is, yes, we are always attacked by straight people. That's not a new thing. But before, it used to be the only thing that we would talk about, but now we're on a complete different level of where we're like, okay, we get these are people are talking about it, but we're not. What we are doing right now is reinventing ourselves to be tolerable in our own world, and everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. That's why you have trans rights all over the place. But it wasn't talked about. She did not talk about that. She talked about gay men and the queer culture being attacked by straight people, which is cool. But it's not the main thing that we're talking about right now. We're not past that, but we're fixing things on our own, and everybody else knows that, and everybody else is supporting that, but she hasn't. And so I just feel like she's behind on the conversation. She needs to catch up a little more, which I'm sure maybe because she's being exposed to it, maybe she has Todrick on her side and all these other people like RuPaul and everybody that was inside this music video of "You Need to Calm Down." Maybe that will be the conversation that will open her eyes, because the thing that she needs to also take to account is that her white privilege. And I don't think that she has been. I don't think she's ready for that conversation. I do not think. I think she's good. If history has taught us anything, it's taught us anything is that white people do not like to be known, not like to be called out for their white privilege. And Taylor Swift is a hard cookie to crack, So without any type of explosiveness coming from her, from the past. No, she might be different now, so that's why I'm giving her the opportunity. I'm opening myself to whatever she's presenting. So I'm giving her props for everything that she's doing with the gay, with the straight, with the LGBTQ plus community. I do love the sound of the song. The music video was really cute in its own self. It was really cute. I love that everybody and their mom. I felt like I was fucking there. I might have passed by. That was part of the community was there. I love the Katy Perry part. I think that was the biggest highlight for me personally, was the Katy Perry being there out of nowhere in her Met Gala costume and look, and Taylor Swift was in her fries one, meaning they go together, burger and fries, and so they hug it out and everything. I thought that was really, really cute, and I'm so glad they squashed that, because it's just it was a headache, because it had nothing to do with anybody. But it had to do. But every time something came out with Katy or something came out with Taylor, it always was something. We always had to compare. When we already know that Katy Perry is pop culture. She is a pop icon. She started off pop. She stayed pop. She's been pop since then. Taylor Swift has started off with the pop, or has been country half her career, and now she's moving on to pop. So she's still learning more and elevating with the pop sound. So it's comparing those, and they're just not in the same lane, even though we try to put them in. I love the gay cameos. I love the queer references with the straight picketers and the gay flag that immediately was the first thing you saw when you came into the scene in the trailer park. Trailer park with the gays, and it's like that was complete. The whole general feel of that beginning was pretty much Pink Flamingos, which I give props to her for the idea of putting that into the music video. I think that was great. Now, do I still have suspicions and that it may be pandering, and that once this is done, she's gonna just move on to the whatever after her album's done? Yes, I do have that. I do feel that way because I feel like it's easy to everybody. And right now what's going on is that we're calling out a lot of companies are just pandering to us and then leave us after Pride Month is over and not completely like actually for us. And that's the thing that Taylor Swift is in right now. She's in that are you pandering purgatory right now, and I understand that everybody's gonna call me out and be like, oh, that's not nice to think about it. It's reality. It's complete reality. We're now in this point where we need to call out. We need to point out, and it's like, hey, are you actually? Let's take the score. Have you been here for us? Are you are you here now because of special things? And it's just convenient that her album's coming out. It's just convenient that she's now pro-gay when she's coming back during her album being almost ready to be released, it's just like, it's very suspicious, and I get that action speaks louder than words, and I see her action, and I appreciate the action that she's doing. It's now to the point that I felt like when I said about Reputation, it's just like, time will tell what will happen, what she will use with this platform now that she's speaking out. Will she continue to speak out? Is she now an activist in her own way, Because we already have like a shit ton of women activists. We have a shit ton of people that are really fighting for us. And so it's just like, is she joining or is she pandering? So with that, pushing all that aside, I'm happy to know that her sound is a little more upbeat, and I'm happy to know that she's in love, so she can kind of go into this perspective of what's going on in her life. I'm actually curious to see what she's been doing since she's been gone, So I think that Lover's gonna talk about that. I don't really care for the front picture of the album, like the cover in the front, but I've seen the back cover of the album, and I love that back part. I think that's really cute, and I love the bright colors. I'm interested to see what she's gonna do with it. It says it has 18 songs on it. That's a lot. That's way more than she's ever done in her other albums. So I'm very curious to see what that's going to do. I hope, please, Taylor, please do not put interludes. It's always this, like, whenever you see somebody with tons of songs, you're like, oh shit, and you're like, oh, there's like 5 interludes in this. It doesn't really, it takes them away. It's pretty much a 13 track album, So that's my thoughts on Taylor Swift in the road to Lover. If you agree, leave a comment below, tell me why. If you disagree, tell me why. This is completely off of opinion, how I feel about it going off, and I made sure to kind of point out the different parts of the reasons. So if you don't like it, I'm sorry, my opinion. If you if you do want to discuss it, please leave a comment below. We can totally talk it back and forth. I definitely believe in education, and due to the fact that I am a pseudo Taylor Swift fan, there might be parts of things I do not know, so I'm open to this conversation. But anyway, I hope everybody has a great week, and I will see you guys next video.